Hi guys, and welcome to How's It Rate. My name's Chico and I'll be your host today. Today we're going to be doing a recipe sent to me by a fella named Bob, and it's for navy bean soup done in a crock pot. I love navy bean soup, so I figured I'd give his recipe a try. It seems to be very easy. So let's get started. I've got my crock pot insert here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in these Ham Hocks. Okay, you can use smoked or you can use non-smoked. It's your preference. These are smoked, a little added flavor. I've got 3 of those, and I'm going to place those into the crock pot. That's weird. Okay, and then I'm going to take some chopped onions. This is one whole onion, one large whole onion. And we're going to throw that in there. And being that this is a crock pot, we're not going to stir until it gets going for a while. So we're going to put all of that in there. Okay? And then I've got 5 large cloves of garlic, chopped up finely. And we're going to put that in there. Alright? Easy so far, huh? I mean, you can't beat it. And then I've got 4 bay leaves. Okay, you know what they are. You can find them in the grocery store if you don't have any. And pop those in there. Now, I've got 2 pounds, well actually it was 2 pounds dry weight of navy beans. You can get them at the grocery store. They're in the bean section and they're dry when you get them. And what I did was I sifted through them to get any bad beans or things that weren't beans out of there, and rinsed them real good, and then I soaked them overnight. And I know there's a quick method of doing it where you boil them for a little bit, and it just doesn't seem to work as well in my experience. So I soaked them overnight. That's the only thing that took a little bit of time. And they're ready to go. I dumped the soaking water. You don't want to keep that. And I've drained the beans thoroughly. So we're going to put those in there. And it's going to fill this thing right up. Alright, so that's that. Nice and even. Get that last bean in there. Don't want him to escape. Alright. I mean, so far so good, right? Very easy. And then the final ingredient is chicken broth. And this is a 4-cup container for the 2 pounds of beans. And I've got collagen, but you can use any type you want. And I'm going to try and poke my finger in there, and there we go. And we're just going to dump that onto our beans. Real easy so far. And you use the whole container, 2 cups. Chicken broth, Ham Hocks, how can you go wrong? This is pretty cheap so far. I mean, the beans were like $2.50 for 2 pounds. The collagen chicken broth is like $1.80 or something like that at Wally World. I don't know what it is anyplace else. An onion, probably $1 for the onion. And garlic, I didn't use the whole clove, 5 cloves of that, so let's say 50 cents. Pretty cheap, right? I mean, and this is going to feed a family of 6. Okay? You can make it thick, you can make it loose, any way that you like it. So it's real easy. Now, the first step is complete. We're not going to add anything else to this at the moment. I'm not going to put any salt in it yet. I'm not going to put any pepper in it yet. I want to get it to the point where it's almost cooked, and then we'll do our seasoning of salt and pepper then. That's it. We're going to put this in the crock pot. I'm going to set it on low, and it's going to simmer for about 8 hours. Now, as it's cooking, you want to check it once in a while just to make sure that your liquid hasn't completely gone away. If you need more liquid, we're going to add water, because as the liquid is absorbed and evaporating, okay, it might dry this out, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to keep it moist with the addition of plain old tap water every once in a while if we have to. And that's it, folks. So I'll be back when this thing is partially cooked, and we'll take it from there. Take care. Alright guys, it's been about 10 hours since we put our navy beans on in the crock pot, and they smell absolutely delicious. And our pork hocks are cooked down. I've separated the meat, removed the bone while you weren't looking. You didn't need to see that. And it looks absolutely delicious and smells wonderful. And what I'm going to do is season it now, because I didn't want to season it prior to cooking, because I know the ham hocks sometimes have some salt in them. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of pepper, and this is coarsely ground. I like the coarse ground pepper. You can use white pepper if you don't want to see it, and you can use also just regular fine grind. I'm going to stir that in. Nothing to it. Nice and thick. Oh Lord, just looks absolutely yummy with those chunks of ham hock meat in there. I mean, this is looking really good. Ever so slightly that hint of smoke. And then, instead of just regular salt, I'm going to add some celery salt. Put that in there. Anywhere from 1 teaspoon to 3, 1 teaspoon to 3 teaspoons, depending on your preference. And for those, just for a minute, if any of you guys see Rufus back there, Rufus has got some sort of a skin allergy. And we've been back and forth to the vet, and he's got antibiotics that are going in him every day, and some other kind of steroidish thing which prevents him from itching. So if you saw the dog, I don't want you to think he's being neglected. This has been an ongoing problem off and on since he's been a puppy. So he's being well taken care of. Trust me, he's my best friend. And guess who got to chew on those ham hock bones? My buddy Rufus. So just wanted to let you know that. In any case, we've got our celery salt there. Gonna stir that in. Bingo, bingo. Bob, this recipe looks really good. This recipe was sent in by Bob. And that does that. Now I've got my ladle here. I'm going to ladle out a little bit. Nice and thick. Just a little to taste it. Set that aside. And the moment that we've all been waiting for. Get a little piece of ham hock, some beans. Bob, you got a winner there. I'm telling you. I thought the ham hocks were going to be too much, overpowering. I'm very wrong. These are absolutely the right amount of ham hocks for that particular recipe. Rufus is looking for more bones, my little buddy. I got to give this a 5, folks. Very easy to do. We started with some dried beans. We soaked them overnight. Once they were soaked, we got rid of the soaking water, rinsed them again. We put them in our pot. We added 1 whole onion, about 5, 6, 7 maybe cloves of garlic, depending on what you like. We put in 4 cups of chicken stock. Okay, I think we used collagen. I think we used, yeah, I do remember that. You can use any brand you want. And as it was cooking, if the liquid started to go down, I would add liquid to make up for what was lost. And I probably, through the whole cooking cycle, I may have added just shy of a cup of liquid. So guys, if you really like navy bean soup with ham hocks in it, this is a great recipe. Very, very easy. You do it in a slow cooker, set it and forget it, and I'll tell you, it's just absolutely amazing. Thanks for the recipe, Bob. I'm putting this recipe in my book. I'm going to be making this again. I hope you all enjoyed this video, folks. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.